Ecstasy.
Hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of Bravely Fit. I am your host, Ashley Lazu.
I'm your favorite mind link, Celli.
Welcome.
Yeah, happy day. I don't know if we're supposed to say what day of the week it is because I don't know when we drop.
Yeah, when we drop these episodes.
So happy day. What's going
Joyful.
on? Drink break. So we're doing something different today.
Yes, I do. I want to talk about what brought us into fitness.
Okay. So this is going to be our origin story.
Yes, and we have our
IGTV
phones
live.
up on live,
Yeah.
so we're doing it live at the same time.
So we're prepping ourselves because we will be eventually streaming live as
Yes.
well. So this is like good prep work for
Mhm.
when we're streaming live.
I agree. This is cool, and I love all the people that joined. Hi, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for giving us your morning, afternoon, evening, your time.
Yes.
Period. So go ahead. Let's start with you.
Ooh. Okay.
And we do touch on this. So if this isn't the first episode, and I hope it's not our listeners' first episode that they're listening to, we touched on this subject.
Yeah.
But we never went into depth. So that's what we're going to do today. And I know you touched on it, but there's got to be more to it.
Man. So I keep thinking of Jay's comment. What's your why? What's the dark part of your goal?
Mm-hmm.
So if I break it down into those small pieces, what really made me get so serious about fitness and health? Obviously, it's my children, but it's because I have autoimmune disease. So, and which is lupus for those who don't know. And it's for me, everybody's different, but for me personally, I have such high inflammation in my body. So I have to go on an anti-inflammatory diet. I try to keep everything as clean as possible. And it's not just because of lupus that I got into fitness. I have 2 children on the spectrum that need me. It's not one of those scenarios where, okay, you grow up, you're 18, 20, go be out into the world. No, my son needs me to last as long as I possibly can. And then hopefully I can get him to a point in his life where he doesn't need me. So that's my fear. That's my dark goal. It's a fear that
Usually that's what motivates us to do anything is a fear.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. So that's my dark goal. But I've always been into fitness, but I have to say this is the most serious that I've been. And I love to see my body changing. I think it's sexy.
I think that's a huge impact, though, when you actually see
The change.
Right.
Yeah.
So people definitely are. I know I'm guilty of being that instant gratification girl. So if I don't instantly see, which is why I think that all of those body modification surgeries are so popular, because you instantly see that modification.
But those aren't sustainable either. So even if they do get a BBL, a tummy tuck, you still have to work out to maintain it. Because if not, your body, the way your body changes, it doesn't really.
No, it won't stay that way.
It's not going to stay that way.
Fat'll just move somewhere else.
Yeah. What was it? Wasn't there a meme of Donkey Kong going around with a waist trainer, and they said that's how most people look when they get one part of the surgery, and then the kind of
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
So
even when you work out only on your upper body, and then you see these guys
little
with
teeny
skinny
tiny
legs.
Hold on. So there's this thing, right? It's very hard to gain. How do you make your ankles bigger? You can't. So think about it that way, right? Their legs are skinny because they have no meat on their ankles. So how are you supposed to get bigger legs?
Wait, no, that doesn't.
Right? No. Okay. Hold on. You know how some people are walking in the gym? I don't know. The foot to ankle ratio. You look at it
I'm not
okay,
worried about
you
his
have
ankle.
small legs. I'm looking at your ankles first, and if your ankles are small, and then it just matches the calf, and it goes up, and then it's boom, big quads. That looks weird to me too.
Yeah, that's just because they're not working on their calves. You see your calves. Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't have big ankles, and you have very impressive calves. Come on now.
Oh man, maybe that was a bad
I love your reason why, and I find it interesting because it's part of my reason why,
Okay.
my children. I had started this back in 2016, not at this capacity, but with my weight loss surgery back in 2016 for the same reason. I had something major happen in my family's life where I'm like, holy crap, if I don't take care of myself, if something happens health wise to me because I'm not taking care of my weight, who's going to take care of my children?
Yeah, it's a real fear.
Mm-hmm.
Like deep, bone deep fear.
You know what sucks about both of our reasons? That neither of them have anything to do with us. It was for somebody else.
Yeah. That's that mom life for you.
Mhm.
We put ourselves on a back burner. However, I do have to say, when I'm at the gym, that's my me time. Don't call me. I started putting my phone on do not disturb, and it's the best thing I've ever done because I'm not going to answer anybody. That's my 2 hours of F off. That's my time. And I love it. But it's, yeah, we went into this for other people
Always.
instead of ourselves. Maybe that's something that we have to work on.
As long as we can realize it. I don't want to say the word admit. Using certain words, I feel, fail us.
Yeah.
So saying that, as long as we admit that, that's part of the solution. No, as long as we can realize that was something we could focus on. Because now you're right. I'm doing this for me. And now, of course, we're all being thought of as selfish and all you care about is working out. Wow. I never, that was said to me once.
Really?
Yes. I never thought that putting health as a priority would be looked at as being selfish, but it literally was said to me. Yeah. All I care about is working out.
I don't know how to feel about that. I feel like that's a projection because that person doesn't want to put themselves first and work out because it's not selfish. How is
Ash is trying her very best.
I don't want to drop an F-bomb. I don't want to drop an F-bomb because really?
Yeah.
Wow. All you do is work out.
Yeah.
I work out at the gym for 2 hours and that's still not, we have 24 hours in a day.
Yeah. Yeah. 2 hours is nothing.
It's nothing.
And I work out for an hour. I'm there an hour. My transformation has occurred on an hour. So everybody's, I don't have 2 hours to give. I give myself an hour.
Yeah, I do. You could get a really good workout in within 25 minutes to 45.
Sure.
But I like staying longer because, again, that's my me time.
That's your time, yes.
And like the way I set up my day and my working out, it's like I do a small warm up. And then I'm getting older. I need to stretch. My body aches. I have an autoimmune disease that causes inflammation in my joints. So I have to take my warm up. I stretch for a good 20 minutes. It's a stretch. And then I lift weights. Sometimes I do cardio, sometimes I don't, but it's like
you're good about doing cardio.
Yeah, I like it. I read a book.
I do CrossFit. Oh, okay. But I do CrossFit. So my heart is definitely going.
Yeah.
So
well, I lift weights. I do all of that. I think when I do cardio, I kind of prop my Kindle up on whatever machine I'm on, and then I get so lost in the book that I'm reading that I don't even realize 40 minutes pass. I'm like, all right, there's my cardio for the day.
Yeah, dude, you're not like going at a 2.5. You're like at it. No, you go higher. You're going faster than that.
And on incline.
And you're like an 18 incline. Your resting level is like not. But it's interesting that you brought up the autoimmune because I have an autoimmune too.
Okay. And how does your body feel when you work out?
I feel amazing. So I haven't had any flare-ups.
That's a good thing to talk about too.
Yeah, I haven't had any flare-ups at all in almost a year.
That's amazing. So I noticed when I skip, since I've been building up both of my businesses, I have been super busy and there's no excuse because we could take out 30 to 40 minutes a day. By the time it's time to work out, I'm tired. I'm tired. I want to stay home. I want to lay down. But with me taking that break, my body's getting stiff again. And I feel it. I feel it in my hips. I feel it in my back because I'm not moving. And I read a quote somewhere. I don't know the quote off the top of my head, but it's like when you're stagnant, that's when your body starts to deteriorate and it shows.
Well, what is that? Like getting petrified?
Yeah.
The same concept.
I did notice that as far as autoimmune, like we have to keep our bodies moving in order to just move ahead,
love
move
that.
forward.
I actually love that. I think that's super smart. Like stretching at least every day, because there's
Yeah.
a couple of days a week that I don't go on just because my schedule honestly doesn't allow for it. Like my trainer isn't available, and that I get back from the city too late. There's 2 days a week that I know I'm not gonna, but at least stretching.
Yeah, stretching plays a big part. And it's funny, I Google the stretches and I'll try it. And in the back of my head, I'm like, oh my God, is anybody watching and judging me? But in reality, we're all there wondering that about ourselves. So
Yeah,
nobody cares
nobody
what you're
cares,
doing.
yeah.
So for the people that are afraid to go to the gym, just go to the gym. I promise.
Yeah, but I
Nobody's
get
gonna.
that. I get that fear. Started out
I know.
my living room dances
Yeah.
because I was too scared to go into a gym. It wasn't until now that we are those gym people, we know that.
Yeah.
But
See-
again, until you walk a mile in a shoe,
Yeah.
you don't know.
So I have the whole setup at home. But if I try working out at home, this has happened to me twice. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna sell all this stuff and just keep going to the gym. I was on my bike eating a sandwich, watching TV. Like nothing got done. Like just munching away.
One
and I'm telling my
wiped
daughter,
away the other.
go get the chips in the pantry while I'm just pedaling and watching a movie. It's I just go to I have to just go to the gym and be in the
Do
atmosphere.
you think you work harder
Yes.
in the gym?
I feel like
I
there's
think
this
so.
unspoken kind of it's not a competition. It's like an unspoken support system
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
go there, that everybody's there for
That nod.
something.
That
Yeah, the
nod.
nod. That nod. That's a good nod.
It is a good nod.
Yeah. Especially when you see the same people when you're in the schedule of what time you go to the gym, most of the same people. So it's like a quick little, hey,
Yeah,
how are
yeah.
you? Or I had that one group of people stacking my weights for me. Like, oh, don't worry about it. They
They
just put
got
my
you,
weights
yeah.
on and give you the whole, you got this, and went about their day. Like it's definitely a community that you gradually get accepted into.
Yeah. I love that about that too. I used to go to the 7 a.m. classes. I'm not able to now because of my work schedule, but I miss them. I miss the ladies.
Yeah, it's cool. I love the friendships that you make. The gym friends, the gym bros.
The gym bros, the muscle mommies. When was it that you realized that you wanted to be a muscle mom? Like, I know that's a term that we just started
Man.
coining,
Yeah.
but like, when was it that you knew?
I don't know. Like I always wanted to work out to compete.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I started recording my progress and I saw the actual muscles from, whoa, like
Yeah.
I have a chance. I have a shot. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. I feel like it's something that it just happened.
I
What
agree.
about you?
I think, to be honest, I want to say it was this past summer when I started noticing my shoulders and my chest and my traps. I don't care if no man finds my traps attractive. I find my traps. Yeah, baby.
I love my legs.
I
I
love
like
my
looking at my
traps.
legs. My arms, I have to work on it. But
I love the fact that we are literally
the opposite.
Yeah. I love my upper body. Like I'm starting to get abs. And yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday I did something new. I did hanging leg lifts and I'm like, so we're not allowed to say the words I can't in my
Good.
gym. So I have to work my way around saying that. I was like, at the current moment, I'm unable to utilize
This
my
has
body in
become
that
increasingly
capacity.
difficult. So I choose not to do it at this moment in time.
My
You
body is
can't
not
make me.
My body is not capable of doing that motion at the moment. How do you get around saying, like, is that your way of saying I can't? But
No,
like,
I saved this. Sorry, I dropped that bomb. Every day at the gym, I'm like, I'm getting a tummy tuck. I'm tired of this. I'm getting a tummy tuck. I just want to snap my fingers and have my body look nice. And this is where we could fit body dysmorphia in, because I did a video the other day and I turned my body sideways in the video, and I posted it recently. And later on that night, I'm just watching. I'm like, wow, who or what got into my head that deeply where I think I need this super flat stomach? It's not that big. It's not that flat, but it's not that big. And I noticed that the more I work my core, my waist went from, for me not working my core, my waist was curved in a little bit. The more I work not abs and core are two different things. Okay. So I do want people to research that.
That's an interesting topic. Yes.
But I noticed that when I work my core, my waist isn't as tapered in, but my back pain is completely gone.
Yeah.
Completely gone.
Which would you prefer?
I mean, I want to look good.
Yeah, I know I want to look good too.
I want to look great, but like the back pain, like
if I don't have to,
having to, like getting out of bed. I know you heard me on the phone most mornings where I'm like, hold on, and I'm rolling to the side. I'm like shuffling my feet to the floor and then like slowly finding a way to get up. I'm so happy that I don't have to do that anymore, because there are days where I feel so defeated, and it's just, wow, like I am only 32 years old and I can't get out of bed. Is it autoimmune? Is it an injury? What happened that my body deteriorated this much? Like now, being that I've been consistently working out, I've worked out my entire life, but consistently working out for what, a year and a half, 2 years, back pain is gone. Yeah, there's the whole visual where if we look good, we feel good. But I think when it goes down deeper, like the brain fog is gone. Having autoimmune disease, we suffer from brain fog a lot. And that's hard to walk into a room and it's like, why am I here? Why did I walk in here? Or somebody tells you something, you say yes, completely forget about it, and they think that you're dismissing them. And it affects everyday life. And I don't think people realize the severity of it. So autoimmune, it does take over our lives, and fitness helps us get our lives back. So it's a journey. It's a journey. And I'm super proud of anybody that decides to start. Even if they give up, like you started, you showed interest. Let's keep it going. We put it down, we pick it back up.
Yep. No pun intended, because we literally
put it down and pick it back up.
So right now, what is your favorite like workout? Obviously we know it's your legs.
It's always my legs. Like these things look good. My favorite workout, I have to say I like squats. I like squats because there's so many variations of it.
Yeah.
I really do love deadlifts. I feel like when I do deadlifts and I can increase the weight. I have an ugly face when I'm doing it, but when I see like we're not supposed to be pretty. You could toss your hair to the side. But yeah, deadlifts have been my favorite, but I noticed that when I'm doing them wrong, I have to take a break from it. So
is that tough for you? Because I don't know if I could do it on my own. Like I have a team of coaches that I'm blessed to have, and I don't know if they hopped on at all. I have Jay, I have Angel, I have Joe, I have Bobby to help me with my form. I love that we're opposite in that respect too. Like you do it on your own.
Yes, I do.
Does it scare you about the form? Because like even so right now I am doing a squat program. And Joe will have me come in even when he's not there. And it scares me when he has me come in by myself, because that's always when I go up in weight. And I'm scared my form isn't right.
So I think it's important to know your limit. So if I'm working out and it's by myself without my friend, because my friend that comes to me, she's a badass. She lifts weights. And the other day I told her, look, you're adjusting yourself to me, but you're double my size, so you could lift more. I said, don't shortchange yourself because I can't lift up 200 pounds like you can. I said, you better put 220 on that next time. Don't do that. Don't lessen your workout because I can't keep up. So, but I feel safe when I work out with her because I know she has my back. Like if I'm struggling to lift up that 180, she's behind me saying, let's go, let's do this. And she's grabbing the bar just in case I can't hold it.
Okay.
So the days that I don't have her, and hi, Evelyn, if you hop on, I love you. The days that I don't have her, I know my limit. Know your limit. If you can't grab the bar and step away, use the Smith machine.
Put it down. Oh, so
you know what I mean? There's a difference.
We don't have a Smith machine, but I'll put it back down.
Yeah, put it back down. Figure out what weight works best for you. And even if you have the safety racks on the weights, we have to learn how to drop the weight. Yeah. If you squat down, you can't come back up. Drop that
back. Okay.
So I have to stop cursing. I'm sorry.
That's she owes another $1
and I
in a jar.
dropped the F-bomb.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
We're gonna put a jar, and it wasn't me. It's usually
I know,
me.
And I've been doing so good, but I'm sending you
Marv,
hearts.
it's her. You gotta like ping it or something every time she curses because she's gotta put a dot on there.
I think it's important to learn, and I was speaking about this the other day. I think the first things we should learn when we go to the gym, form,
Mm.
learning how to properly drop the weights, just so that like things that you won't hurt yourself in the long run. So if I notice my form, and it's good to record. People make fun of recording in the gym, but you have to see
Yep.
your form. You have to see what you're doing wrong. You have to see your progression. You have to see how you started versus how you're doing now. Like it's a beautiful thing to compare
Mm-hmm.
old you and new
Now
you.
I don't want to say
New
now
now.
me
Yeah,
because
current.
we're always improving.
Yes.
My coach asks me as we were driving last night to Connecticut, he sent me a message. I saw your core video. Where's your rest of your videos? You got to send it to me.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. I get a little subconscious recording myself in the gym.
Now
I just prop my phone up and I'm like, oh my God, they're judging me.
I don't care. I've gotten to the point where I honestly don't care. I'm
good.
just mindful
Who's in the background?
right, because they might not want to be
Right.
recorded. So I just try to make sure that the only thing that you can see is me. So if you see anybody in my video, they purposely are walking through the video to be seen.
Oh man. Yeah, I think that safety is big. If you're trying to go up in weight, just make sure you have somebody to assist or just, I don't know. Yeah, so going back, I don't have help. Now that I think about it, I really don't. I just go in and wing it, but I also go on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I write down my workouts, and for each workout that I hit, I'll do a quick YouTube search to just watch it. They always talk about form. I replicate it, and then I start off light, and then when I see that I got this right form, then I stack on the weight.
What do you think about ego lift?
It's very frustrating. Like when I see people ego lift, you're gonna
Hurt yourself
for a long time.
So Jay told me this great, and I almost cursed, but I caught myself, adage. He told me this great adage. Have you ever heard the story of the guy and the donkey? And no, it's not a sexual thing. So basically, there was this like little guy, scrawny, not built, whatever, but every day he would pick up this like 500-pound donkey on his shoulders and carry it up the hill because it couldn't walk up the hill. And all these other bigger buff guys would be like, well, if he can do it, I could do it easily. But they couldn't even lift it, never mind carrying up the hill. And they're like, how is he doing this? And it's not because he just decided one day that he wanted to do that. He'd been lifting that donkey since it was a baby. Every
Aw.
day, he'd put it on his shoulders and walk it up that hill. So by the time it grew, it was still... his body became accustomed to it. He wasn't ego lifting. He did it consistently every day, and his body got used to it. Everybody else was like, oh, I'm bigger than you. I can just do it.
Yeah.
You can do it. I can do it. And I hate that mentality. I hate when people look at someone and be like, oh, if you can do it, I know I can do it. No, you don't know the work that I put in.
Right.
You don't see the work you see what I put out there. That isn't half of the sweat that I do. So I love that adage because ego lifters are dangerous.
Yeah.
And it was funny. I was talking to my kid yesterday because I was working on my video and I showed it to him because I was proud of it. And he shows me, because he works manual labor, he shows me his bicep. I was like, yeah, you got a great molehill going there. I was like, but you don't have any tries. You don't have any traps.
Now you're destroying his arms and his...
Well, because
like, where's your cuts, son?
And so I showed him my squat and I bet you I could squat 3 times that. I was like, yeah, you could try and then you're going to break your back. Like, you don't know. Don't ego lift.
On top of that, you get more results with the repetition.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay. You lifted up that 500 pounds one time, but look at you. Now your back hurts.
And when are you going to get back in there?
Yeah.
Because your back hurts?
Yep.
And I wanted to touch on that too. I always, people be like, how do you feel today? And I'll be like, oh, my knees hurt or this. And I'm like, I got to stop using the word hurt. They're sore because what's that acid that builds up when your muscles are breaking?
It's too early for me to
You
think about it.
so there's an
Lactic
lactic acid. There's an acid that builds up in your muscles when you weightlift because our muscles are actually tearing. What makes them bigger is that they tear and then they repair themselves, right?
Yeah.
That's how that works. So that's what is feeling sore. And I've gotten to the point where I'm almost sore every day now because I'm consistently working out and lifting. So that's a constant burn. So I got to take it out of my head saying it hurts. Like my knees are sore. And it's not even my knees, it's the tissues around my knees. And I'm hoping, that it's because they're getting stronger. I mean, squatting close to 1,000 squats a week. Thanks a lot, Joe. Between my Spanish squats, my cyclist squats, my actual squats, my practice squats, my squat. My Squattober.
Oh, man.
Looks like we got a comment up there. Do we?
No, there's just a whole bunch of people joining.
Oh, I thought there was.
Hi, friends. On the live, we're talking about to the people on the live.
Oh, so we are on IGTV Live. So what else?
Our origin story.
Our origin story. Did that.
See, I don't want to say what's the goal because I feel like we go into working out with this notion in our head that we have to have an end goal and it's never ending. So it's not, I know originally I went in wanting to do a bodybuilding competition and then it morphed. And the thing is, I did really good. Like when I first went in where I was doing the dieting, I was doing the weightlifting, and I dropped weight so fast, like my boobs disappeared. And we're talking about a triple D down to a D, almost C cup. Like the fat loss that I was experiencing within a matter of months, it was real and it was fast. And I did not like that. So as much as I wanted to do a weightlifting competition, bodybuilding competition, I didn't like how my body felt. I didn't like how it was changing that rapidly. So I dialed it back, but that didn't mean I stopped working out. So I went in originally with a goal to do a body, and I still want to do a bodybuilding competition, but not like that. Not with the strict diets, and I want it to just organically happen where my muscles build on their own over the next few years versus instant gratification.
Isn't it supposed to take years? Even if we're seeing something now, that's not the...
But it's also if you have muscle tone already, because I was an athlete in high school. So if you have muscle tone already, just drop that fat. I'm not telling anybody to do this, by the way. This is just what my experience, just drop that fat and then sharpen the muscles, go compete. So that's what originally I was trying to do. And then I just didn't like how I felt. I take pride in like my womanly curves and just, I don't know, to each its own. But I went in with that mindset. That was my first goal. And now it completely changed. So I don't like saying what's your goal. So maybe we could find a way to, a better way to say that where it's.
Yeah, I don't like that either because a lot of people have been asking me what
are you trying to achieve?
Yeah,
what is
it's
just
the
a
end goal?
healthier
I don't
lifestyle.
know what the end goal is.
I don't have an answer for that yet. So I do want to circle back
mean,
eventually down the line. And
originally my answer, excuse me, was to be able to qualify for skin removal. It still is. That's still there. Your goal is still there. But you're right, it has changed. Like now, where it used to be like, what is the quickest way for me to get to the weight that I need to be and the fat loss that I need to be to get approved for surgery, now has me questioning, if I do get my skin removal, how long will I be out of commission?
I thought about that too. So and not just skin. So I want a tummy tuck. No matter what, I want a tummy tuck. I have children. The skin, when that elasticity is gone, it's gone. So for all those people that keep, oh, you're fine, shut up. It's not you. It's for me. It's a skin removal. They tighten the muscles. And there have been reports. I have seen people that have done it that are heavy in the gym. And they say that because they had their tummy tuck and the abdominal tightening, they can lift better. Their muscles are repaired. You have to repair those muscles that separated because your stomach just expanded. So the thing that makes me pause is one, I'm going to be out of work. And two, I'm not trying to waste all these muscles that I spent years building in the gym
How
for
long are
that
we
1
gonna be
month that
out
I
of the
have
gym?
to,
Yeah.
because I think it's 4
We
to 8 weeks that
yeah.
you can't work out. And I'm like, yeah, no,
Yeah, you can't lift
I need to
anything.
go to the
Like, could we
gym.
do upper body, at least like biceps
I
and
don't think, because you can't lift anything. It's all preparing. So it's, I don't want to, no.
that's a painful conversation to have with yourself at this. So that's that I love that that's where we're at.
Yes.
Where my original goal was I just want to be able, and you can ask Jay, because in my intake meeting, I said I just want to qualify for skin removal. I want to get down to 160 so I can qualify for skin removal. I was like, all right, I get you down that in 4 months. I'm not there yet, but that's because I've been building muscle.
Yeah.
And now my conundrum, my internal battle is how long can I have to wait before I can go back to the gym?
I know. And it's funny. So I asked my doctor that once, and he was like around 4 weeks. I'm like, never mind. Never mind. But can we do research on how long does it take for your muscle to start? I don't want to say
Reversing? Yeah.
Because during the pandemic, and this is why, little dropper, I did get a BBL,
Mm-hmm.
right? You can't tell. Like there's like a stigma on surgery, plastic surgery, because you see so many people out there with these super curvy waists and big booties, and just they're extreme. Mine was just to fix what will not grow.
Okay.
There's no fat there. And the doctor, I lost my train of thought, damn it.
You asked the doctor how, oh, I don't know. You never got that far.
How long? So,
You said during the pandemic.
oh, during the muscle growth. Okay, during the pandemic. So that's what made me do it, because I was working out super hard. And when I tell you hard, like I was building muscle, I was trying to make my glutes grow. I was researching. I write down my workouts. That's where I had the bodybuilding workbooks. I've been working out forever. Then we went into lockdown. During lockdown, I lost all my muscle tone, everything, my legs, my glutes, my stomach looked like a muffin again. And I was like, you know what? F that. I was so tired. And I had a trainer, an old trainer that I knew, inbox me, and I would never, I was so hurt because I put this beautiful dress on. I went out, I was hanging out with friends, we took pictures, and I posted the pictures. And then the next morning, I wake up to a message saying, hey, let's get you back into the gym. I noticed that it's time. And I read that message. I don't want to say I cried, but that it was a deep hurt that I felt. And I looked at my husband. I'm like, I'm getting surgery. I'm tired of listening to everybody else saying you can grow your glutes, which you can. But if there is no fat in certain areas, just let's be realistic. My back looked like a wall. There was no type of cheek to grow. Like it's nice that you have your opinion about my body, but I need to be happy with my body.
Yep.
So I called a surgeon literally that day, made my consult, and booked my surgery, paid for it in cash that I saved. And I was like, you know what? This is me taking back what's good for me. Because even when I announced that I was having the surgery, because I'm very transparent. I don't care who knows. I don't care who judges. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. Everybody was like, just go to the gym. Just go. What are you doing? Why would you do that? I have gone to the gym. I'm a very athletic person.
So people had something.
Everybody had something to say, and everybody will have something to say. People would like to judge you without knowing like the process that it took to get you there. You know? So, and let me tell you something. The confidence I got after I had that surgery, it wasn't even, if you look at me now, my booty is not that big. People go 2-3 rounds to get that big, voluptuous, round booty. I just had one, and it was to correct what wasn't there. So it was just more, I don't know how to describe it. The doctor knows. I have a video of him doing the surgery.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And I posted it on my personal years ago. So it's been 3 years, right? We're 2023. Literally after the shutdown happened. Ring, hi, Dr. Racanelli. Yeah. But it's honestly, I don't regret it. It was the best thing I've ever done. And the thing is, so like we talked in one of our old episodes, fat cells don't die. They expand and they shrink unless you suck them MFers out. So he took the fat cells from my back, not my abdomen. because when you
Oh,
have kids, it's just if they lipo your stomach, that skin's gonna drop anyway, and it's not gonna look good. So,
I can speak from experience.
yeah, it's just it's I hate the stigma that they put on surgery, and we could talk about this in another
Mm-hmm.
episode. Yeah, man, just do whatever it is that makes you everybody's gonna judge anyway. Do whatever you need to do to make you feel confident, to make you feel beautiful, to make you feel good. And I love my surgery. I walk past the mirror and I check that
I
thing
love
out.
it. I love it. Somebody asked me once if I was gonna do PBL because when I lost all my weight. I swear that's where I lost all my weight in my ass. I'm like, hell no. It took a mission to lose all of that. I'm not putting it back in.
Yeah, I just want a big booty.
You just
I just want a nice booty.
like you saw my booty like I would be past the door and my booty would still be on the other side of the doorway.
You want to know something funny? So when I told the surgeon, I was like, he said, "What's your goal?" I said, "J-Lo." And he was like, "Okay, what's your realistic goal?"
Really?
He was like, "I'm gonna do what looks good on you," and he did. Because I know there are people where I'll walk past them, and you know how you get that look where it's, "Is that you?"
I noticed that for the first time last week in the subway.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the first time. I've seen people post it. I was like, ooh, you can.
Ding. She cursed, Marv.
My bad. I know people post reels and memes of people that are obvious and like with that one lady on the airplane, that
Shit is
real. Back up. Ping, she did it. I didn't.
We're gonna have a segment where it's just all the things that we
all the pings. But I noticed it for the first time in real life in the subway. I was like, oh,
I haven't
That's-
noticed it for myself. But
yeah. Because when you see reels, they could be doctored. It could be like how like the Kardashians slim their waists and make everything bigger for their pictures and stuff like that.
yeah, that's.
Does anybody else find it awkward that I'm not cursing where I normally would curse?
Marv is giving us a thumbs up.
up.
Oh man, so yeah, I'm not gonna talk about that.
We're gonna leave that topic alone.
I lost my train of thought too.
So we were talking. I said like how people doctor pictures, like the Kardashians, but they do like they.
And I'm just thinking about specific people where it's like if you're gonna alter your pictures, please try like try to do it minimally at first. We want to guess.
What's different? You look better
Sometimes.
Okay.
But we all use filters.
Yes. No, we don't use a filter. A filter. I want. This has nothing to do with Bravely Fit, but we don't use filters. Filters literally changes or distorts the way your face looks. What we use is called airbrushing.
Okay.
There's a difference. And I know someone will have something to say about it, but they are not on.
Everybody has something to say.
But they probably aren't on camera or on photos as often as us. Like when you have a Getty image stamp on the bottom of your picture, then come talk to me.
I don't, so.
Yeah. Neither do other people. So unless they don't get to judge.
Oh, okay. Fitness.
Where were we? Oh, let's do our snack of the day because we are rounding out our hour.
Oh, so you found this pudding.
Yeah.
I want to try it. It looks so good.
All right, so I send you a lot of, and I almost cursed again, but I didn't.
It's a Reese's cup pudding.
Oh, so it probably had PB2 in it.
Yeah.
And yogurt.
But you have to describe what PB2 is for those who don't know.
PB2 is a protein powder, but it's like peanut butter flavored. And what I like about it is because there's such a, like regular peanut butter itself has such a high sugar content that for me in my head, it negates the whole protein value because of how high the sugar is. So a lot of people like going to almond butter, but they're expensive. So for that expense, I'd prefer to get the PB2, which again is in a powder form. I think they maybe.
Do you mix it with water?
Well,
sounds gross.
You can mix it with water. No, yeah, but why? Why does that sound gross?
You just
Why
mix
does
it
that
with
sound?
water?
Why does that
Just
sound
powder
more?
and water, and it's supposed to be peanut butter?
Yeah, if you put it with the right amount of water, it
I didn't
comes
even
out the
see it.
same consistency. Why is that any less gross than
I don't
mixing it with like oils or like?
I don't know. See, now I'm just thinking about protein powder. You know they're mealworms?
They're not mealworms. Oh my god!
Protein powder is mealworms, and I was mind blown when I saw it, so I am drinking mealworms.
But that's good protein.
Jacob said that, and it's still mealworms.
They're delicacies in some countries.
It's a worm.
Like you could literally go to a street vendor and get a plate of mealworms.
Ew. Yeah, I can't. Can you imagine the crunch?
No. Why do you
just slather caramel and it just crunch?
Wow.
It's
I
like when people
mean,
eat crickets.
Wait, can you?
Are we gonna make
season them?
cricket?
No, we're not making crickets. But this is why. That's not a comment.
No.
No.
Yeah. So protein powder is mealworms. So now, if I see anything in powder form, I am going to question it.
Also, that's why I do the plant protein.
Wow.
It has just as good a protein in it.
I've never. I probably tried it, but I don't remember.
How many grams of protein are in a regular, like in the protein you use in a scoop?
So I stopped using the powder because I'm lazy.
Okay.
I just go to Target and I buy the either Premier protein
Okay.
that's already there. It's just super easy to throw it in the fridge, grab it, go to work,
And drink it.
grab it,
Yeah,
pour it
yeah,
into your coffee for, your protein intake for the morning, and coffee fix. It's just I pay for convenience.
Sure.
So
I have both. But how many grams of protein?
I think 23.
Okay. So like the plant one has also 20 grams of protein.
Okay.
So I just feel like it for me, because a lot of times, most of the times protein, I haven't seen too many proteins that are anything other than whey protein.
Do you know the difference of whey and the other proteins?
I thought whey is like I
never understood it. I just drink it.
You just drink it. It's like animal based, but I think it's more egg and milk.
Okay.
There.
That's another thing to research. I have to take notes because I'm so curious.
I wish somebody who was on the live would, but I think that's what it is. I don't want or lactose. I don't want to do a lactose protein.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like a milk protein. I thought that's what that was. Isn't it?
The pre-made ones?
No. I don't mind that. Like when it's the pre-made one, I don't mind. But even that, I use the Owen. They're plant-based too. And that has 32 grams of protein.
That's a good amount.
Yeah.
So we're supposed to eat our body weight in how does that work?
Our goal body weight, yes. You would want to consume 1 gram of protein for every pound of your goal body weight. So if my goal body weight is 160 pounds, I would want to consume 160 grams of protein.
Okay.
To sustain.
That's a lot of protein.
It is a lot of protein. It's very difficult to do.
Wow.
It's really difficult to do when you're actually counting your calories and counting your macronutrients. And I almost cursed.
Oh, dinger. No, I didn't say the words. She's lying.
Then you only consumed 60 grams of protein that day and you thought you ate more. It's interesting that's why I really think we need to
talk about nutrition more.
And counting what you're consuming.
It's a big one, honestly. So I have you in my head when I eat, when I cook, because it's like high protein, low fat. Carbs are okay. You want carbs low, but you don't want to. So I'm focusing more on natural carbs like potatoes, your root vegetables, and taking out pastas. And I love carbs.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm never giving carbs up.
That's good because I did at one point because I was at a 1,200 calorie a day intake and 160 grams protein. That 160 grams of protein was consuming like 75% of my calories. So it didn't leave a lot of room for carbs or anything or fats. And I found myself, and this was my trainer Angel who has said to me, he's also a nutritionist. He's like, how do you feel? And I said, yeah, I'm tired now. I just got up. He's like, or it's because you didn't consume enough carbs to give you energy.
Okay.
So that's when they upped my calories. So now I'm at like around 1,350 calories a day plus whatever. That's another thing we got to talk about. If you work out, like I understand you want to be in a calorie deficit when you're working out, But if you're trying to build muscle, if my calories a day is 1,300 calories and I burned 300 calories in my workout that day, my calories to consume now in order to maintain that muscle growth has now increased by the amount of calories that I burn.
That makes sense. I hate counting calories.
It's an
I
interesting
can't ever see myself
dynamic.
doing it. I get the math. I can't see myself doing it, so I just eat.
Yeah. It's an interesting dynamic, but when you have a goal like what I want to do,
Right.
and it's difficult because I want to lose weight and gain muscle. So that's a waltz that is going to be super difficult. And like right now, we tried to plan for it with my new job because I work in the city now. So I don't like commuting with food in my bag. I ride the path. I ride the subway. I don't want to, but I work midtown. So to buy food, first of all, is expensive.
Yeah.
And I
What
did
if you throw
utilize.
some protein shakes in your bag?
I have some protein shakes at work. I have a container protein powder that the building that I work in
Mealworms.
provides. And it's plant-based. Plant-based. So I'll make a chai tea latte with a scoop of protein powder in the afternoon. I'll bring my yogurt. I'm trying to be smart. But now that I'm getting more acclimated to my routine and my schedule, but the building that I work in provides breakfast and snack.
Are they healthy?
No. Fridays is the worst. They give us pastries. Like really good pastries.
I love the ones with the cheese in the middle.
Yeah, they have that. They have the cheese Danish. I don't do the cheese Danish, but they have this amazing cranberry scone that I can, and it's small. So I'm like, oh, it's small. I can get away with it. But then you get 2 or 3 of them. And I'm like, oh, Fridays are going to be the death of me.
Oh.
All right. So back to the snack of the day. So PB2. Oh. So here's like the whole 80-20. And we are going to, I think our next episode should be like all nutrition based because 80-20. Okay. If you're good 80% of the time, 20% of the time you can enjoy yourself.
Right.
Guilt free. And so this pudding, if you're into pudding.
People don't like pudding?
Some people don't like pudding. Wow. It's a consistency thing.
Okay.
It's a consistency thing.
I get it.
But if you put it on like an angel food cup that are like 20 calories.
Okay.
You feel like you're having like, we're doing this. We are going to be starting to record our meal prepping and our
snackies.
Snacks. Yeah.
Our snacks of the day. And we're going to watch the men of bravery.
Try it. Yep.
Our bravery brothers. Ding, ding. That's a good one.
They're going to bravely try our food.
And give us honest opinions.
Yeah. Yeah. No, don't give us honest. Just smile and say it's delicious.
You guys are going to enjoy those mealworms. You hear me?
But all right. But so you make the pudding. So, all right. There's one that I did get to try. I didn't try the peanut butter one. But with the peanut butter one, you do a scoop of the PB2. You can add a scoop of regular protein powder. Some people add milk. I like using then a container of the pre-made protein shake. When I tell you this is stacked with protein and the calories are really low. I can't wait to try it. And then you can add like a tablespoon or 2 of the instant pudding mix, the sugar-free instant pudding mix. That's what gives it that pudding consistency. And it's a beautiful snack. And then you take some peanut butter cups. So that's your 20% guilty part that you don't get. You have to feel your guilty pleasure.
But they have some guilty-free peanut butter cups. That's dark chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
So
you can make your own. That's another one. Yeah. I found a recipe where you can make your own peanut butter cups. But the chocolate is still regular chocolate. And then you just crumble it on top and it's like a great dessert. And it's protein packed. And I've become that girl, even at work. Where I'm like, wow, do you put protein in everything? Yes.
Yup.
Yes, I do.
Sure do. You want some?
But I did try the pudding I got the cheesecake sugar-free instant pudding.
Ooh.
Yep. And then I got my Owen plant-based pre-made shake. And I mixed that up. You have to use the actual hand mixer. You can't just whip it yourself.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it doesn't end up clumpy.
Yeah. And then I just set it in the fridge and I had pudding that's like a huge bowl for myself. That was like.
So you don't have to portion it out. You could have a big bowl.
Yeah. It's the same because there's barely any calories in the instant pudding.
Okay.
And then I know it's 200 calories from my protein shake, but that's also 32 grams of protein.
Okay.
And it's a huge dessert.
Guilt-free.
Guilt-free.
Nice. I like that. We're going to do it.
And you can add some fruit on there.
And I will stick with the chocolate. It's healthy enough.
So that's, I think,
Awesome.
our snack of the day.
This was great. We hit some good subjects. I want to know what people like questions. Like I do want to have a question and answer type of segment where the guys try the food and something's brewing.
Something is a brewing. Oh, and that's a perfect word for October.
Squattober.
Squattober. All right. So I think that's it for today.
Hope everybody enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
Bravely.
Yes. Stay tuned for more. We'll be back with more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye.
See you next time.
Bye.